7 years. That's how long everyone says gum stays in your stomach. 7 whole years. Building up like rubber cement, creating some horrifying internal blockade. Your mom warned you, teachers terrified you. That know-it-all kid swore it was true. Millions live in fear of swallowing their gum. But what if I told you this legendary 7-year rule is complete garbage? What if the truth is actually way stranger than the myth? Your stomach is a chemical nightmare right now, and what really happens to gum will blow your mind. Your stomach is literally dissolving everything you put into it right now. Acid strong enough to burn through metal is breaking down your last meal piece by piece. But there's one thing sitting in the stomachs around the world that supposedly laughs in the face of that acid: chewing gum. You've heard the warning your entire life. Swallow gum and it sits in your stomach for 7 years, building up like some kind of rubbery cement until you need surgery to remove it. Your mom said it. Your teacher said it. That one kid at school who knew everything said it with absolute certainty. And for decades, millions of people have lived in terror of accidentally swallowing their triton. But here's the thing about that 7-year rule. It's complete nonsense. And the real story of what happens when you swallow gum is way weirder than you think. Imagine this. You're chewing gum, totally zoned out, and suddenly you realize you've swallowed it. Panic sets in. You start calculating. 7 years from now, you'll be walking around with a stomach full of hubba bubba. But your stomach doesn't care about your panic. It's already getting to work. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why that gum isn't setting up camp in your digestive system and how your body deals with things it was never designed to process. Let's start with what gum actually is, because most people have no idea. The chewy part isn't food, it's a synthetic polymer called polyisobutylene. That's the same stuff they use to make inner tubes for tires. You're literally chewing rubber. Mixed with that rubber base are softeners, sweeteners, and flavoring agents. Some of those dissolve in your saliva, which is why gum loses its flavor. But that rubbery core, that's designed to be indestructible. When you swallow gum, your stomach acid immediately attacks it. Hydrochloric acid with a pH of 1.5 starts breaking down everything it can. The sweeteners dissolve, the softeners break apart. Your stomach is essentially performing chemistry, separating the gum into its individual components. But here's where it gets interesting. That rubber base doesn't dissolve. Your stomach acid, powerful as it is, can't break down synthetic polymers. So now you have this indestructible chunk of rubber sitting in your stomach, and your digestive system has to figure out what to do with it. But that's nothing compared to what happens next. Your stomach doesn't just sit there, stumped by the gum. Within a few hours, powerful muscle contractions called peristalsis kick in. These waves of muscle movement are strong enough to crush food and push it through your entire digestive system. The gum gets caught up in this muscular tsunami and gets pushed into your small intestine. Here's what nobody tells you. Your intestines don't care if something is digestible or not. They have one job: keep things moving. The gum travels through 20 feet of small intestine, getting pushed along by more muscular contractions. It's like being in a very slow, very squishy conveyor belt. Along the way, your intestines extract every last bit of nutrition they can find, but the rubber core just keeps moving. Then it hits your large intestine, where water gets absorbed and waste gets formed into what eventually becomes, well, you know. But here's what blew my mind when I learned this. The gum doesn't travel alone. It gets mixed with fiber, other indigestible materials, and waste products. Your body essentially packages it up with everything else that needs to leave. The entire journey from your mouth to the exit takes the same amount of time as any other food. Roughly 24 to 72 hours, not 7 years, not 7 months, 7 days at most. Now here's the twist that changes everything. While one piece of gum passes through harmlessly, your body isn't designed to handle gum regularly. Gastroenterologists have documented cases of people who swallow gum constantly, multiple pieces a day, and something called a bezoar forms. That's a mass of indigestible material that can actually get stuck. But these aren't from single pieces of gum. These are from people who treat gum like food and swallow it daily for months. There's one documented case of a 4-year-old who swallowed so much gum, combined with coins and other objects, that it formed a mass that blocked her intestines. But here's the kicker. It wasn't the gum alone that caused the problem. It was the gum acting like glue, binding together all the other indigestible things she'd swallowed. The gum became the cement that held everything else together. So where did the 7-year myth come from? Nobody knows for sure, but it probably started as a scare tactic to stop kids from swallowing gum. And it worked. Generations of people have lived in fear of accidentally swallowing their Wrigley's. But your digestive system is way more resilient than anyone gave it credit for. Think about this. Right now, your stomach is processing whatever you ate last, breaking it down with acid that could burn through metal, while muscular contractions, powerful enough to crush bones, push everything through your system. You're carrying around this incredible biological machine that can handle almost anything you throw at it. One piece of gum is nothing compared to the daily miracle happening inside you right now. The next time you accidentally swallow gum, remember this. Your body isn't going to hold on to it like some kind of rubbery souvenir. It's going to treat it exactly like what it is, waste that needs to be removed. And in a few days, that gum will be gone, along with the myth that's been scaring people for decades. If that just made you question everything else your parents told you about your body, wait until you see what actually happens when you crack your knuckles. Follow for more things your weird mind will love.